let's start with Marxism. So Karl Marx was a philosopher. I think most people think he was like a politician or something. He was a philosopher. Most people only reference him, or we used to reference him with economics. Right? He's the guy, right, from each according to his ability, to each according to his means, about spreading the wealth, right? Big picture though, he viewed the world as a battle between the oppressors, in his case, the rich, because he was about class warfare. So the oppressors, the rich, and the oppressed, the workers. Right? So that was Marx, among other things. It's a broad overview. Cultural Marxism takes those principles and applies it to everything. So this is what these people believe. This is what the far left believes. It's called critical theory, which is the big picture. Critical means to tear down, really. So critical theory, you have critical race theory, critical gender theory, you have all these branches, but critical theory is the big academic umbrella for what all this is. So this is what these critical theory people believe. They believe that Western society, and by the way, if I said this to a critical theorist, they would agree with it. So I'm restating their position as good, if not better, than they can state it themselves. These people believe that Western society is built upon the systematic exploitation and oppression of the oppressed, whoever the oppressed may be, the workers or gay people, black people, whatever, right? Transgendered people. To keep these oppressed people down, we, straight white males, have developed these systems of cultural control. That's the church, different civic groups, schools, mass media, entertainment, the arts, whatever, everything in our system, everything in America, the white man, the white straight male, has created to keep the black man, or whoever else, down. Except for Asians or Indians or black people from the Caribbean nations. But everyone else, we're keeping them down. Because these systems are meant to keep minority people down, everything has to be destroyed so that the oppressed can truly be liberated. That makes sense? That's the game plan here. I want to quote here from Herbert Marcuse. To extend the base of the student movement, Rudi Dutschke had proposed the strategy of this is the key word, long march through the institutions, working against the established institutions, the oppressive ones, right, which they all are, working against the established institutions while working within them. But not simply by boring from within, rather by doing the job. Learning how to program and read computers, how to teach at all levels of education, how to use the mass media, how to organize production, right? How to design, etc. And at the same time, preserving one's own consciousness in working with others, right? So you still keep your revolutionary Marxist mindset while working in the capitalist game, right? So what is the long march? I just want to be clear here. These leftists have made it their profession to infiltrate the major cultural institutions and upend them from within. And then the cultural institutions will they'll disintegrate without a bang, right? They just go out with a whimper. And you see it. I mean, so just example, Harvard yesterday said that all their entire next year is going to be online, and they're still charging tuition. Similar with Yale, like half the school at Yale's going back and half isn't. Still charging full tuition, $57,000 a year. Yale used to be a bastion of conservatism. I mean, William F. Buckley came out of Yale, right? But Yale used to be a conservative. They all did, and now it's right? They've infiltrated all of these places, but it's not just colleges, it's everywhere. Maybe we could talk a little bit about this with Newt coming up in a little bit. He can give us some more examples as well. But they're in everything. So you have either statues being torn down, and that's a metaphor, right? It's true, it's actually happening, and it's a metaphor, right? So you have statues being torn down, and you have authorities doing nothing, standing by doing nothing. Or you have local authorities voting to have the statues taken down. The only statues, again, metaphor here, the only statues being protected are the ones on federal property because of Trump. He's the last dam that is not yet broken. Slater Crusaders, thanks for watching the first on YouTube. If you want more, like, subscribe. We got plenty.